Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. During the last part, I covered 5 Virus Made levels, so in this part, I'll be covering at least 4 or 5 more Virus Made levels, starting out with this one, Junkman Stage Mega Man 7 by Retrogameraaron, with 64 plays and a score of 27. As always, if you want one of your levels to be featured in a future part like this one, please leave both the level name and level ID either in the comment section below or direct message me on Twitter. Also, as always, the full disclaimer of this entire LP series is linked in the description below. Also in the description are the timestamps for all the levels I cover in these parts, so if you want to check if your level is covered, expand the description. The introduction to this stage, level design wise, looks about the same as it was originally, minus the missing Super NES controllers on the top left near the beginning. But of course those aren't part of the engine yet, and they were removed in later releases anyways. Pretty easy elevator segment. Let's see if the alternate pathway for the stage is preserved in this version. We have the lava as usual. Because in this engine you can't really freeze the lava. Okay, so this is the equivalent. Before there would be a lava or molten lava stream over here that you could freeze and it would crack away, revealing an alternate pathway. Here is just completely open, you don't need to use a freeze cracker. Oops. Should have done a slide jump there, that was a bit embarrassing. Only about a 30-second walk away. That room felt a bit empty, felt like there should have been more enemies there. Next elevator segment. These elevator segments feel a lot easier than in the original game because we have more room to run around the place. Whereas in Mega Man 7, the game arena was a lot more compressed. When I say compressed, I mean, it was closer to the Game Boy titles in terms of size. aka, Mega Man could see less far ahead and behind him in comparison to the NES titles. Here's where the two pathways link up with each other. I forget what this exactly replaces, but I think this is close enough. Would have liked if there was an actual background though, instead of a black background. But that's probably not part of the engine yet. At least most of the enemies are part of this stage, outside of the metals with the propellers on them, in the elevator segments. Not to mention the molten lava, but close enough. I would have also preferred if we actually gained access to a frost-based weapon, so it could freeze the fire bars in order to access it like a slide block, but this works, I guess. A bit lackluster, but it's okay. Most of the stage's identity is reserved, and we still have the same foreground and background tile sets for the most part. Sadly, we don't have Junkman himself, we only have Magnet Man. So this was an okay recreation. I certainly liked it more than Turboman's recreation. There were several gimmicks missing. Here, it's much closer to the original version. Of course, that would happen. I'm surprised it didn't happen in the previous part. Second level on the lineup is Sneaking Through the Sewers of the Fortress-Wily 2 by Pikgamer, with 8 plays and a score of 1. So level 2 in the Wily Fortress stage. I did Wily 1 a few parts back, and that was surprisingly challenging. I think the weapon set has been swapped around a bit, but it's mostly the same. Let me know in the comment section below if I made a mistake and the weapon set is actually the same as in Wily 1. That was an odd animation there. When I jumped onto the ladder, it looked like I got out of water there. Probably because there was water just above the ladder. Okay. That was strange. Not taking any chances, sorry. I've had pretty poor luck with these jumps in the past. This is neat. We're using the gyri droppers as crystal droppers. What's up there? Any tank. I'll gladly take it. As well as our first or second checkpoint of the stage. If it's the second, it's fine, but if it's the first one, it's placed around where a traditional Fortress level would put it. A bit farther away than what I would like, though. Junk blocks. I see they're being introduced first in a safe environment. And this stage seems to be focusing on a certain set of enemies and gimmicks. It's not overloading the gimmicks and enemies. So this Fortress stage definitely has an identity. This level, if I were to describe it, would be the snaky waterways. fat chance I'll do that properly in my first attempt, especially that last jump. All of this is definitely doable Buster only, but I won't risk it, knowing all my luck. That should be it. That should be the end of the stage. In comparison with Wily 1, this felt easier, mainly because I used my special weapons more, especially the Magnet Beam, and because the special weapons trivialize the challenges more so in comparison with Wily 1, which had more, personally speaking, enemy-based challenges. This has quite a few enemy-based challenges, but the enemy-based challenges in Wily 1 felt a bit tougher. It's just that using special weapons in this Wily Fortress stage makes it easier in comparison to using special weapons in Wily Fortress 1. Of course, it's the Wild Coil. Not the worst weapon to use, though. That would have been the Hard Knuckle. Maybe it's also the Power Adapter? It isn't, but it deals enough damage, so I'll finish it off with that. Overall, this was a pretty good stage. Nice difficulty curve, starting out fairly decently difficult and getting more difficult near the end. Currently my favorite level of the part, and I liked it more than Wily 1. Third level on the lineup is Protoman Battle Style Part 1 by BoltGreywing, with 9 plays and a score of 5. It's going to be a short level, probably only 6 to 7 screens long. I started with nothing and the rolling cutter. Despawned that Hammer Joe somehow. I have to keep Rush on screen in order to use my Rapid Fire Buster. That was a fast level. Very fast. One of the easiest levels I've ever played by BoltGreywing, actually. I was expecting something much harder. Not that I'm complaining, though. If I were to encounter this stage in a Wily Challenge run, I'd greatly appreciate it because of the 3 free tanks. It was there, but it was rather forgettable. Fourth level on the lineup is Electric Terrain by X-MemeLord69X, with 26 plays and a score of 6. I wonder what this level has to offer. It's gonna be one of those older levels though, from several months back. A small enemy gauntlet to get any tank. Not too shabby. And this stage is called Electric Terrain because we only have access to the Thunder Beam. Taking advantage of the quick weapon switching properties in order to quickly respawn the Thunder Beam so I can fire it out faster and increase my DPS. I thought so. Also, good checkpoint placement. All the stages in this part and the previous part have pretty good checkpoint placement. In fact, I was expecting that Yoko Block challenge to be a lot more punishing. Another nice checkpoint placement, a bit more generous, but I'm not complaining. Here you need to be careful and not just repeatedly use the Thunder Beam, so you don't fall in the pit. Rats, if I paid attention, I could have gotten another E-Tank. Oh well, a minor loss. Checkpoint placement is getting more generous. Oh rats, we need to be quick here. I need to keep respawning those count bombs as they get destroyed, and rotate around the place. That's a neat boss fight arena though, certainly different. Although it seems that Sparkman is clipping out of his arena a bit. Can you jump out of here? Nope. So I only get one shot. If he sticks his in an arena and I fall down there, I'm forced to reset or take a death. At least using the Elect Beam or Thunder Beam is super effective against him. You need a boss arena where you need to rotate around the boss itself, so I will give you props for that. Otherwise, this was kind of a forgettable level, unfortunately. I'll give it a thumbs up more for the fun boss fight at the end. Fifth level on the lineup is Wily Stronghold, the Cold Soldier Treatment by LunyRem, with 17 plays and a score of 3. So we have another one of these longer stages coming up. Hopefully not too punishing. Probably at least 30 to 40 screens long. Once again, I wish on the opening crawl I actually showed the number of screens every stage has. It may not be accurate for the exploration/Metroidvania levels, but it'll at least be accurate for most of the Fortress and traditional levels uploaded to Mega Man Maker servers. After all, most of those don't have optional pathways, or even if they do, they're not that long. At worst, there are likely to be completely alternate pathways through the stage. Generous checkpoint placement? For the first one at least. Usually many stages would place it at least 6 or 7 screens away, following this I mean. Unless the next challenge is pretty hard. We'll have to see. Someone left the freezer running for too long, now the entire place is iced over. Or set the air conditioning unit too low. Dr. Wily or whoever owns this facility is gonna be pissed. Another generous checkpoint placement. I say that all the levels in the previous part had pretty generous checkpoint placement, and this part, all levels except 1 or 2 of them have generous checkpoint placement as well. As I said before, I strongly prefer stages having overly generous checkpoint placement over overly stingy or checkpoint starvation. It's a lot less frustrating that way. J segment. Wait, do I need them? Probably should keep them on screen. Yeah, I do need them. I suspected as much. I should have ran to the right. I got too scared. That was all on me. That's the spirit. There is even a secret to the right. A yashiki. A minor prize, well, a major prize actually, and it works out. It would have been better if I actually had more special weapons. Also, go check one placement right after that somewhat more difficult segment. Well, that was a huge derp on my part again. For an iced over facility, I like this stage. In fact, I think I'd say that this is my favorite level to part so far. That was all an engine bug, not yours. It seems that the timers for the punch blocks are local, whereas the timers for stuff like the Yoko blocks and crash lifts are global. I wish the engine gave us the ability to choose whether a timed object runs off a local or global timer. That way we can avoid situations where we have to wait for an elevator or footholders, or crash lifts. I understand, you only need 3 keys in order to complete this segment, but if you get all 7 keys, you gain access to the Wild Coil, which is probably the boss's weakness. Or, in fact, it's mandatory. Never mind then. Overall, a splendid stage. 7 or 7.5 out of 10. It's an above average stage, memorable, and has a unique identity. Nice difficulty curve, almost good introduction to all of the enemies and gimmicks, and some interesting ideas. Even though this is a nice level, it wasn't that frustrating. His weakness is fire, of course. I wish I restocked on my Fire Blast though, I used it too much. This is also a neat boss arena, rather hazardous. In fact, trying to defeat Iceman Buster only here is quite dangerous. Good work, LunyRem, you deserve it. So, 6th and final level of the part is Buster Phlogiston Stage Waste Disposal Center Redacted by Buster Game, with 8 plays and a score of 0. Like with all the other stages that I covered by Buster Game, I will be mostly silent throughout this level, giving my final thoughts near the end of the stage. Overall, this was another decent level. Nice difficulty curve and nice introduction of enemies and gimmicks. Of course, most of the off-screen deaths occurred during the last section. So overall, out of the 6 levels I covered in this part, my favorite level would be Wily Stronghold, The Cold Soldier Treatment by LunyRem. So in the next part, I'll be covering several more of your estimated levels. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!